All right, well, Predator's Badlands trailer just dropped, and let's check it out because it's even more ridiculous now than ever. Now, I had no faith coming into this, but this is going to be an exact same situation as Alien Earth. It's going to be just embarrassing. It's like the way the fucking Predator looks. What the hell did they do to this fucking I don't know why this Predator looks so wacky. Oh no, let's the poor Predator, the poor misunderstood Predator. It's the same situation as Alien Earth. It's just like they're just absolutely um, ravaging these franchises for all they're worth. It's a strong female predator. It's pretty weird with that like thing on that. So is this a TV show? This is like a TV series, isn't it? This is the same thing they did with Alien Earth. Is they're just fucking milking these franchises for all they're worth. It looks like it's like 90% CGI. So like what is gonna be in this? It's so weird how. Oh yeah, here we go. Here's all the human drama. It's really really weird how they made the Predator kind of look like a black person sort of type human like. And maybe they're going into splicing human DNA in there. It's like more of a human predator. It's just weird. Predator Badlands. Now, right off the bat, I'm like, okay, well, this is not the Predator as I remember him. Like, this is just, or her, or it, or whatever. It just looks too feminine. It looks diverse. There's something they did to this fucking Predator. Isn't it? Like, there's just something they did to this Predator. And, every single scene basically is CGI. So, did they have just like a 90% CGI Predator movie? Like what? It's gonna be the same as Alien Earth. Trailer looks, whatever, and it will just be utter, you know, woke college students coming up with this would be a great idea for a Predator. It will not make a great adaptation. I think it looks so. Yeah, and then there's this chick, and then there's this chick, and you're gonna have to learn about their feelings, and they're fighting it with one of those things, and I personally just think it doesn't look good. Is it a movie? I think it's a movie, isn't it? It says in IMAX, so it's gotta be a trailer. Is Predator Badlands a movie? You'll notice that my producer opens exclusively in theaters. So it is a movie. So you'll notice that my faith in them adapting these series is virtually zero. They just don't get it. The people who are at the top of these games are these like studios and this top of their game here. They are not in it for making this great spectacular eyes things. They're gonna try and make the Predator like a woman, and there's a very Wakanda thing going on with Predator, and it looks less alien and more human than it ever has. And I have no idea what it is about this Predator. I just, people called it when they originally started, but if you know your lore, there's several different types of predators. Yes, true. But the way they adapted this thing, it just looks like a misunrepresented person. like it does. I'm sorry, it just kind of does. And I'm not invested in this particular predator, which obviously the film is going to center around. I'm not overly invested in what this story has to tell about this, predator that came to this planet and fighting on this hostile world. If it was a wicked ass Yautja and it just had this, like, the authentic look of the predator to it, maybe you've maybe sold me. But like, with now you got this fucking android chick barking orders at this diverse looking predator all day. It's like you've immediately ruined whatever great credit you have here. And I can't be the only one thinking that. It's like, oh, huh. Like, and this is what's going to happen. It's the same with Alien Earth. It's the same with Alien Romulus, which I didn't mind Alien Romulus. This looks just quirky and hee hee. Look at we're predators. We are predator. You know that kind of thing. And you're gonna see this with this franchise because this is an iconic franchise that no matter what shit, and we saw this with Alien Earth because look how Alien Earth turned out. The same fucking people that are intermingling with these ideas with Alien Romulus are fucking talking about this shit. But like, it's like you're gonna see, like, with Romulus, they'll just come up with any fucking idea because these are the most bankable sci-fi franchises on the face of the earth. Predator, Alien, the two. But I mean, if it was up to me, give me, Aliens, like the games, Aliens versus Colonial Marines versus real predators that really look like predators. And there was lots of joking when this first came out about how the predator looks, and that is my biggest fear, is that you cannot tell me that this design wasn't came up by a bunch of fucking woke college students. Like, it looks like dreads, and I know Predator has that, but just the way it's conveyed, they're trying to come across as, Wheeze was Predators type of shit. And it just doesn't hit the mark. It's all going to be CGI. And, I'm probably going to watch it just to, yeah, and then Prey. Prey I didn't mind. Prey had some serious flaws. Number one, some of the CGI. Number two, some of the, like, I liked Prey. But I don't feel as if they're coming out with an idea here that is as incredible as, aliens or predators versus natives. This is just the same thing. We put a predator on a hostile planet, and you got a bunch of fucking people wandering around. Is this his big fight, or is there this other fight? There just is nothing here that is particularly groundbreaking. It doesn't feel like an authentic Predator. It doesn't feel like a something that is just gonna be like the best thing ever. It's just like Alien Earth, Alien Romulus. They're sci-fi slop. It's like, that's what I would call it, and that's what I would define a lot of these movies coming out now. They're just sci-fi. They just spit them out. The CGI looks like CGI. It does, like, it does look all CGI. That's all CGI. So where's the practical effects? Is that all practical effects? But I'm sorry, like, majority of this, that's got to be CGI. That's got to be CGI. Maybe they just make the head as a fucking CGI head, but like, it just is. It just is. It looks CGI. That's obviously CGI. That looks extraordinarily CGI. The original Predator movies and a lot of the original Aliens, like, they had potentially CGI. Most of them are practical effects. If you're not making it in authentic, like, how much of this was in a set? How much of this was created and crafted? You can really feel when a world is created and crafted with love. And I just feel like this is fucking, I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, AI, they just put it into a fucking prompt and say, give me a predator attacking a wall, and they've got some secret project or secret program that can do it. It doesn't look very good. It looks like it's just sci-fi slop, like I said, and I will defend that. It's just gonna come out, and just like Alien Romulus, it'll just be tomorrow's news after this is out, and who knows what it'll make at the box office. But I don't know. It's I'm glad that they're making something with this stuff, but it's not very good. Alien Earth wasn't very good. Alien Romulus was okay. Predator Prey was probably the best of the four. It realistically speaking is just they're just milking these franchises. I'm telling you, man.